Hey guys, Simon from ARB Shepparton. One of the great things about being in sales for over 20 years is the people you get to meet and the stories they tell. I find it fascinating to sit down with a customer and go through all the places they've been, the things they've done and the things they've seen. So we want to bring some of those stories to you. So we're going to grab a group of customers, head up the bush, do some four-wheel driving and let them tell you their story. So sit back, relax, stay tuned while we bring you ARB Shepparton's four-wheel driving with friends. Hey guys, Simon from ARB Shepparton and welcome to ARB Shepparton's four-wheel driving with friends. Today we've got a local guy, Mark Eade. Welcome Mark, how are you?
Hi Simon, how are you?
Very well, thank you
Thanks
mate.
for having me today.
No worries. Mark, so tell us a little bit, you're obviously local, where did you...
Yeah, I'm a local boy. I went to school in Shepparton, did the primary school and the high school thing there, and was one of those ones who didn't venture too far away.
That's very good mate. So obviously local schools, you got your first job locally or?
Yes, I did a few jobs, that's for sure. I started off doing a bit of fiberglass and laminating, spray painting. Did some baking for a while. Yeah, and then turned my hand at surveying.
Surveying?
Surveying, yes. Yeah, pretty monotonous sort of a job. Yeah, and then I started to get into the automotive industry and I worked for Maxi at Sound Exhaust. Max at Sound Exhaust.
Yeah. Wow, he's been around for a while.
He has, yes. I was there for probably 6 or 7 years.
Wow,
yeah.
What did you do there?
Bit of welding and fitting and yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Obviously, we'll stick on work life for a minute. Yeah. So after Max, what did you...
After Max, I've done a bit of rangering. So I became a ranger for 14 years. Yeah, in the local area again. And then 8 years ago, I joined the Victorian Police. So now I'm a copper in the local Shep area. Just a local copper, everybody. Just keep an eye out for him. So you're not just a local copper, mate. You're a little bit more than that. I've got a sergeant spot there in the uniform area. Yeah. And how do you enjoy that? Yes, it's Shepparton keeps us on our toes. That's for sure. Yeah. So you enjoy it? Yes, I do. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. All right, so it's all about four-wheel driving this, so where did it start four-wheel driving? What was your first four-wheel driving? I reckon it probably goes back to about 91 when I was 2. No, I might have been a little bit older than that. But back in 91, my first four-wheel drive and first vehicle was a Suzuki Sierra with the 1300. It had extractors on it, yeah, and I used to rack up the kilometres on that. You got the extractors from Sound Exhaust? Yeah, no, that was later on, but no, it was a 5-speed. Yeah. Went everywhere? Went everywhere. Was very light and nimble, and yeah, I took it a lot of places probably I shouldn't have. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So where did you go from there? Oh, I went from there. I had a WB Ute for a while and did that scene for a bit, and then B&S scene. Yeah, and then went back to four-wheel. I missed it, and went back to a LN 106 Hilux dual cab with a ARB turbo fitted to the 2.4. Would have been a rocket ship. It was good. Did a bit of touring in that, which was really good. How I sort of started about four-wheel driving was the in-laws really introduced me to it. We used to go up to the high country every Easter, and that opened my eyes to what was so close to home, and then we sort of just went from there. Yeah. Okay. So you've had a few cars since then? I have had a few cars. What else have you had? I've went from the Hilux to a GU 3 litre. Yeah, had that. We bought that new in 2000. And then went from the GU to a Prado. Then a Navara D40. Yeah. And now I've got the Hilux. Hilux, you like the Hilux, mate? I do like the Hilux. Back to the Toyota. The Toyota's been pretty good to us, so yeah. Oh, fantastic. So, yeah. So you mentioned you've done a bit of four-wheel driving up the high country and stuff. What do you do four-wheel driving? What do you? Oh look, I've been pretty lucky to be able to actually get around our great country. I've done 3 trips to the Kimberleys. I've done 4 trips up to Cape York. I've been to Fraser Island a couple of times. I've done the Simpson Desert twice, the Flinders. So I have been lucky to be exposed to that sort of stuff. And there've been different trips, from just the boys' trip to the family trip, or just with the missus. So
yeah, okay.
Obviously you get up to different things at different crews that you're with, but a lot of good memories, that's for sure.
Yeah, okay. What's your favourite trip and your most memorable moment?
Oh, look, I'd probably either rate the Cape, or one of the Capes with a mate, yeah, or one of the Kimberley trips, even with the missus. So that was pretty good too.
Yeah, okay.
One of those trips out in the Simpson, I actually proposed to the missus. So yeah.
Okay. Out in the middle of nowhere, obviously, so if she said no, you just leave her there?
Well, I sort of thought the air conditioner had packed up on the Hilux at that stage, and I thought it's not going to get much worse than this, is it? So, so this is going to be the time. So we've been without the air conditioner for 3 days. So,
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So four-wheel driving, you obviously do a lot now. What do you mainly do nowadays?
Oh, look,
other than your trips. So.
Yeah, I like to get up into the high countries and do a bit of fishing and hunting. You know, so I think that's probably the main transport that I use it for its purpose. I do a bit of trout fishing, and yeah.
So with your trout fishing, you head up to like a Jamison or something?
Yeah,
like that?
the swag's in the back and away we go. So
you walk the streams?
Walk the streams, got a couple of secret spots that I like to go to. Yeah,
awesome. Let us know after this.
Yeah, I'll send you the GPS locations.
No you do a little bit of hunting as well. What do you?
I go after some deer. Yeah, it's probably not as much as what I'd like to, but any chance to get away is a good chance. So,
all right. So we've covered off your four-wheel driving, what you do at the moment. You do a bit of hunting, you do a bit of fishing. You mentioned you've done some trips. What's the most memorable trip you've done, or some of a story from those trips?
Oh, look, there's lots of memories in lots of those trips, all for different reasons, of course, but. A couple of times I've probably got in a little bit too deep, and had to do a bit of improvising and that sort of stuff. When we were going across the Simpson there, I broke a set of leaf springs in half on the front of the Hilux, snapped it clean off.
Yeah, okay.
So we were able to wire it up and crawl into Birdsville, and the crew that I was with were on a bit of a time frame, but we were lucky enough to get a second-hand set of leaves there at the Birdsville store, or the servo, the shell, and anyway, put them on the roof, and we left that morning, and I still limped out of town until lunchtime. I caught up to the group. We did a bit of a roadside repair amongst the crew there, and whacked a new set of leaf springs in, and probably only lost a couple of hours. But I was thinking, here we are out in the middle of Birdsville, and what am I going to do?
Bush mechanic come out.
Yeah, so I was with a couple of experienced blokes that have probably been in that position before, and took on their wisdom, and away we went.
Back and running.
Yeah.
So have you've been to Cape, obviously, you said. So have you done the gunshot?
I have. I've done that twice. Well, and gunshot changed every time I've been there. But I'd never attempted the #1 gunshot, what I'd call the #1. But the last time I was up there was 4 options. But we did one of those options with the camper on. So ended up having to get winched up the top end of it, but it was pretty good. The camper floated down the creek before we started to come up again, so it was obviously sealed up enough. But all you chalk it up as all experiences. Yeah.
All right, so we've covered a fair bit of stuff, Mark, but I do like the fit out of the Hilux that you've got here. So tell us a little bit about it.
Well, a lot of this gear's come from you. Yeah, I think it's important for people to personalise their vehicles. My needs are different to Joe Bloggs down the street or someone else who walks in. The flexibility is really great with you guys. Some of the stuff I've got you to fit, some of the stuff I've been able to fit myself. I think I'm a little bit handy with some of the work. And then it allows me to save some money and spend some more with you. So
nothing wrong with that.
I can, always put more gear on my car then that way. That's the way I look at it anyway.
Yeah, so you're pretty handy in that regards, obviously. You've done a little bit of wiring in the back.
Yeah, I like to spoil myself too. I've got an oven, I've got the fridge in the back, I've got the coffee machine. I enjoy my coffee in the morning when I wake up, get out of the swag. First thing I go for.
All right, Mark, we've covered a lot of your story. We've gone through your cars. You've grown up in Shep, obviously. You're a sergeant in the Victorian Police at the moment. You love your hunting, you love your fishing. I think everyone's got a really good insight of who you are, and hopefully you don't have to cross paths with a lot of them professionally. But thanks very much for coming on board, mate, and come and have a chat with us.
No, thanks for having me, and I'm sure I'll be in the shop again soon. I've got another little project on the go.
Fantastic.
So,
There you go, guys, another episode of ARB Shepparton's Four-Wheel Driving with Friends. And remember, ARB Shepparton, 180 Vanilla Road. We'll see you there. Oh, glad we can make the host sweat. Might want to cut that one too.
spare me, you're not going to dance, are you?
Everyone is.
I thought you were supposed to be a professional.
Oh yeah. Wait till the video comes out, it'll be fine.